Yo, Alfie. Already in here. First on scene. Anyone think you enjoyed the stream? Yo, Alfie. Already in here. A poet, and I don't know it. Anyone think you enjoyed the stream?
Yahoo! Yeah.
Poet, and I don't know it. Got to find the right button, you see. Press these Q buttons. There we go. Okay. Let's volunteer back to this particular screen. So we will know where that's gone. And we'll load up our stranded. Might want to try our hand in fishing this time around. See how many fish we can get out deep. I really would like to see where that that structure is up there. Not sure if they still exist or not. Maybe that was an early patch. Do you remember seeing this game in a very early, maybe 2-3 years ago, where it was really cartoony? And it was just a matter of going between different different structures. Well, I think that was a different game. It might have been Raft, maybe. I don't know. Make it bigger, you think? Nah, then you see more of my ugly face. Yeah, some sort of... looks like a refinery C structure platform or something. I don't know what that is. Should probably get rid of that VR in the background. I'll do that sometime. Alright, first of all, let's have a look at our health. Our health is not good, so... am I suffering any effects? No. We will, however, this time around make ourselves some aloe vera. It looks like the sun effects are very high, 90 degrees. Yeah, so we don't really want to die of heat exhaustion, do we? Should probably also organise this and also continue the competition. I'm trying to work out what to call my my boat. Name the boat competition. Just so you know, Alfie, I checked into it, and apparently because it's a 30-day, amalgamation of points or people or what I do and that sort of stuff. The last 20 days, I've only had 2.8, 2.5 viewers constantly, and it was up to 5 at one stage, but because it's dropped off a little bit because I think probably because of Christmas or whatever, it's brought me back down to 2.5, which I need to achieve 3 constantly for the month. And now that's constant viewers, so you can't really change that one by just making up viewers. I'll look up there. So I've now reached 2.8, which is nice, as opposed to 2.5. So I'm close. So I've got currently 4 out of 5 achievements to become affiliate, so it won't be too far off once I get a bit of a crowd watching on a constant basis. We'll be able to start playing around with some point systems and stuff and all sorts of weird and wonderful gadgets. Just while it's daytime, I thought I'd put some of these crates up on the wall here. Just neaten it up just a little bit. I'm getting a bit annoyed with the fact that I've got crates all over the floor. Ah! That was perfect in theory. There we go. Go that way a little bit. Alright. Getting better at it. Have you ran the command line in there? I've always, depending on what sort of machine you have, Does it work normally on a single player? Because there is one mod in there, but it's mainly only for admin. And no matter what kind of mod you have, you still have to have it installed. So what will happen is if you don't have that mod in there, you have to give it a little bit of time to download. It's usually about 4 or 5 entries to actually get the thing to work, or 4 or 5 loads to actually get in there for the very first time on that server. Only because I've got the admin mod on there, which makes it really easy for. Well, how do I do that? Look at that! I've made that a part of the wall now. I'm not sure how I've done that. That's a little bit of a bug. And once it's past that point, it's usually alright. We've had one or two users have that issue, especially if they're paid on other servers where they've got multitudes and multitudes of mods, which I'm not a really big fan of, mainly because that's made by people and not the game designers. If you needed that sort of extra help in the game, I think it really should come down to playing the game as it really is supposed to be designed for. That's just my own sort of opinion how I play. Instead of putting extra things in to make it easier, or to stack more, or to store more, which is what some of them do. There was one that I played with for a little while, and I thought, it just doesn't feel right having obsidian cabinets. I think it was obsidian cabinets you make out of obsidian, because you can't make up much out of obsidian at this point in time in the game. But I don't think you can anymore because they're no longer supporting it. They've moved on to Atlas. Can't get that straight, can I? It's either one way or the other. That's pretty close. Well, I'm going to put the next stack of boxes under here. That's a good idea. Just do that. Another warm one over here in South Australia. It's already achieved 34 degrees and it's only 10 o'clock in the morning. So we'll be using the air conditioner, unfortunately, with a bit of noise for the voice, so I apologise in advance for that. What happens is I press on Arc on Steam, and it would just crash on load up. Oh, that's a bit odd. So I'll do it with both multiplayer and single player, like sandbox as well as online. Try around is that word. That's the right way around. It was the wrong way around. There we go. If it's doing that, then I would suggest you can run a program in Steam called what's it called? There's a crash inspector, which can fix up maybe corrupted files. I can't remember what it's called now. It's not called Crash Inspector. I sort of make that up, but it can inspect your files for any damage, which is what usually is the case with a couple of other friends that have had that kind of an issue. Actually, a game issue, not so much a computer issue. I'll read that wrong a bit more. Can? No. I'll move that bottom one over. That better? Yeah, that's better. It's native to the game, so I'll have to get out of the game. Hang on. I think once you've launched Steam, there's actually a desktop I've got somewhere here. Where are we? Desktop. There. No? No, that's not. Oh no, because the game's still running. I don't think I can do anything about it. So look, if I can manually show you. You bring up your Steam library. I think you can right click on the actual program, go through to properties, and then in there, local files, There's a thing called verify integrity of game files. Run that through. It does take a while, especially on Ark, because Ark's a pretty big game. And just see how you go with that. See how if it picks up any irregularities. I think the word is I'm trying to spit out there in the game files, which sounds like there is, because if it just crashes straight up, then that's a problem with the game files for sure. The worst case scenario is you may need to uninstall it and re-download it. Unfortunately, I've done that once before, where mine's gotten to the point where it just won't load and the integrity file detector won't pick up anything. And just installed from scratch and everything was good again. Just ended up being some sort of bug in the software that it couldn't fix itself for some reason. Alright, getting there. It's looking a lot more neat and tidy in here. Whoopsie days, what's happened there? Now I might have crashed. For some reason my screen just went blank. Because I got the Steam open. Close that off. Yeah, I probably wouldn't take it all the way overnight, but it's always a good move if you're able to run your PC for that long. Should take probably maybe up to about half an hour, maybe 20 minutes, depending on the speed of your machine, to complete that file integrity scan. It really just comes down to the machine you're using, whether it's capable of doing it faster or slower. Oh, you go up on there. Oh, must have heard me. Of course, I got to do this all again once I get the shed working. Come on, move over just a little bit more, just a smidge. No, good enough. Alright. Go to the house, and now I've got boxes actually stacked up properly. Nice. Now I need to work out what I'm going to put in them. Hey Gypsy, what kind of PC have I got and how much? No, not my PC's not for sale, bud. I can't see what a heli looks like. That one? That's him there. And of course you get into it. So actually what I'll do is I will stop it, because I didn't save it. Always save it before taking the heli anyway. Seeing a bit more of these sinkholes just turning up out of nowhere. One's quite major over there. Let's save it here. After doing all those boxes. There we go. Alright. Not like how much did it cost to buy one, not to buy it. What kind of PC you got and how much? Oh, my PC 770 i7 1080 Citrix 32 gig 4 terabyte solid state. I think it is. Yeah, on a MSI gaming board. I think it is the main board on it. It's a pretty big one. Depends on what you're talking about. I mean, I've got dual 4K monitors as well. So, I mean, just the PC by itself, I'm going to go probably around 4K, maybe 3. Let's go up. Let's go for a fly. He's a bit, what do you call it, hungry, the old helicopter, a bit fuel hungry. That's alright. Yeah, 32 gig, yep. Yeah, the RAM at the moment is probably the dearest part now, I think. Thanks to Bitcoin miners. Used to be the video card, but now it's, well, the video card's still quite expensive, but the RAM's ridiculous how much it is now. I was lucky enough to get mine at a good rate. So space is up, and obviously everything else normally left, right and forward is those buttons, and down is crouch. So you get to hover where you're going to land it like this, and we'll go down a little bit. I'm going down too hard, there we go, and then we just turn it off. The beautiful part about it, if it falls over you just put it back up again. It doesn't seem to damage it too much, which is nice. And of course, obviously, the downside to all this is the fact that you don't have any way of carrying anything back unless you can actually put it on your person. So any kind of, I've got a bit of screen tearing happening here. I might need to reload the game because I might have been because I actually got out of it and back in again. I'll try it again. Is that carrying is all you can do. You can't get obviously the sides of that container. I can't carry that back on a helicopter. There's no way of hanging on to it and flying at the same time. Be nice if it had like a crane attachment or something. Now I'm getting a fair bit of screen tearing here, so I'm going to have to reload the game up, unfortunately. Well, it's good to get some overseas water. Happening. See if I can get some overseas potatoes, that'd be nice. So if I can pick that up and put it in my inventory, which I can take it back with a helicopter. Obviously. No, here we go, we can take some, no, we're not going to take some fuel. We're going to take some yakka. Some fibre. Bring that back with us. Should be another one. Normally there's 2 yakka trees per island. Sometimes they, I would imagine they'd be sunken into the other bushes, which is a bit annoying. That petrol can I got, yeah, it's 100% fuel, so I've got quite a bit of fuel to be going to a few islands with it. I can fly around for a little while without having to run out of juice, which is nice. Don't see any need to be here for any longer. There doesn't seem to be any potatoes. Bearing in mind, of course, you can carry about 4 or 5 empty crates and just keep filling them up and then fly them back over. So you can take quite a bit. Is that a potato plant? Looks like the right leaves, but I can't see any potatoes. Not doing? Oh, we might just fly off and go back. Actually, you know what I will do? I will actually save it here. And I'll just quit the game real quick because the screen tearing's driving me nuts. Yeah, it is very rare. That's why I've got at least one plant pot with it in there. I would suggest possibly more than one. You can't put any more in one plant pot, which is a bit strange because, you know, things like Ark and Subnautica, I think that's the only two you can do some gardening in that I play. You can put 4 in there of whatever plant you're doing, or possibly even more with Ark, I think. That's better. So it's a bit of a disappointment with that, but that's all right. I might change the time soon enough. By the look of it, by the end of this week, I think I've been made aware by the producers of Green Hell that there's another patch coming out, which so we'll be popping back onto that for a few streams as well soon, because there's armor, more humanoids, and something else. That's also really good. I think it's just all fixes, which I've been waiting for. I'm grabbing these palm beaches because I need them for the stills over on my mother island. And from here I can see the light. How cool is that? I actually see the fire in my house over there, or near my house. Yeah, so always when I land I look for both potatoes and pea because or pie, because it's just so rare, and so it's just as rare as what potatoes are. I've got 2 potato plants on the go, which is always handy. I don't think it's a good idea to be flying in bad weather. I think it's good to make sure you've got good weather when you go flying. I'm going to go with the fact that it's probably going to be very difficult to keep in control of. I might actually land it over the other side of the island this time as opposed to where it was. I'm going to put it down by the distilleries to put down. About here somewhere, I reckon. You can, I believe you can just drag it up the, yeah you can, drag it up the coast if you're worried if the storm comes along. Closer there. Sure, I've got some more boxes over here. Got them spread out everywhere, haven't I? You bumped into a whale. Did it knock you out? Like knock you off your what am I trying to say here? Your raft? Because they're a little bit more forgiving than Ark. The where does that go? I've just seen one of my hides fly off into the air. Bit of a worry. I'll pick that up. Okay, cool. Back down there. I'll go hit this a few times. Make sure I can get all of the things I need. Actually, I better check that axe for how much it's got left on it too, because if I'm not mistaken, when we checked last time, it was pretty close to 10%. Yeah, 5. So we're going to need to make a crude axe up real quick. A crude refined axe. Because I don't want to lose that axe. Let's have a look. We need... we'll wait for that bug to work. Or have we crashed? What does it say about the way I flipped the boat over? I did die. Right, I'm going to head off to bed now, bro. Yeah, no problems, bud. Thanks for coming along. Hopefully I'll hit that 3-person viewer for a while. And become an affiliate would be nice. Apparently I only need to do it once or twice. I think, or once for a month. In order to qualify. Alright, so the water's good, water's good, water's good. And it's okay. So I'm not going to say it's excellent, but it's better than nothing. So let's go drop some stuff off. We'll drop a log over here. Doesn't sound very good, does it? But couldn't think of another word for it. That log can stay there with the sticks. We'll go put this over here. Actually, we'll put that inside the house. Okay. And what we'll work on now is I'll just work on the shed, actually. For this dead crab. A small foundation on this side. Turn that aircon on because it's getting damn hot in here. Buildings. Just a simple wood foundation. Looks like we need to have 4 sticks for that. So we all, or 4 corrugates or 4 bricks. So because the sticks are easy to get, I'm going to make it out of that. So what we'll do is we'll get a couple of empty wood crates. If we can find one. And we'll do one first. Put that into where the other hammer is. Put that into the hand. And so we'll get rid of that. And we'll have that one. And actually, I don't think that was empty, was it? I put it in there on purpose. I'm going to take. I'm going to take. That I'm going to take. We don't want to take 3 of anything. Or maybe 4. I'll take 4 with us. So we've got a good share of those. What we'll do is we'll put those 4 over here. We're going to drop that. Alright, we'll put those 4 there because that's my travelling cases. And we'll go ahead and make a crude, a refined axe from that crude axe before I lose it. So 1 more blade and leather. The blade's easy enough to make. I don't think I've got the gear for it though. I have. And a bit of leather. Go make one. There we go. Make that into a better axe. 100%. Should I make a pick while I'm in? I should do because I want to still mine underwater. So we'll make a pick. That's 2 straps and 2 of those. So we'll make 2 of those first. So grab 2 rocks. 1 and 2. And we'll make 2 of those. 1 and 2. 1 stick. And 2 leather strappings. Might use some that I've got in storage. 1. And there should be another one somewhere. Come here, you. The name's all a little bit weird colour there, I don't know why. Those jobbies. Got bananas. Oh, already had 2 rocks, that's interesting. Don't remember doing that. Okay. We will go to our empty boxes. We'll put out of our survival a gas can in one of them. And we'll get that rock and chuck them down here. Alright, and don't think we need those things. We'll go fill that with water though, because we'll need to keep that with us. And we'll go back over empty-handed. We don't need to have all those lashings or fibrous things, so we'll put that in one of these crates that can take it. 4 bananas, so put some in there. Alright, I think we're just about packed, ready to go. A look at it. Outside of a spear, I should probably carry a spear with me. What is it to make a refined spear? Iron spear. There it is, and it's easy again. I've got one of those spears, which is on. One of those. And another leather strapping. I'll have to find some piggies soon, I'll put them run out of hide. Alright. Done our survival case. Don't need to be carrying around. How's my knife? That's pretty good durability still. Yeah, that'll do. Get rid of this rock. Pick up these buggers. Alright, and we'll save it. And because it's a nice clear day, we don't want that, we want F. It's the morning. Although, having said that, do need some food, however. We have a papaya plant up here. We'll take that. We don't have any more of those. I'll just drop the survival shits for a little while, because we want to go on a full stomach. We don't go empty stomach, do we? Might even actually plant that in there. And where's that? Over here is that pot that I use for all the water. I'm going to open it on there. It carries more water, but it doesn't like travelling with it. Not exactly sure about that, why that's the case, but I got to where I got to last time, and for some unknown reason, I didn't have any water in there. I couldn't drink it. I don't know why. But now I can use it, which is really odd. Maybe it's bugged. That's water going here. You can probably go up to half. You can probably go in up to half too. And just into that one. Alright. Let's keep our garden watered in case we don't get any rain while we're away. It's usually the case for me. I think I've used all the water. Yep. That's pretty good. Everyone's over half. Okay, let's get some fish. I need a fishing spear. Go cook some fish up real quick. Oh, don't step on that. It's 2, 8, 3, 4. 5. What do I need? 5's with me. Go here. Go hobo that up. I'm going to do is I'm going to get some food up and then I'm going to go get some trees because it looks like I'm going to need it to make this other room. This shed that I'm looking to do. To put all this stuff in and make this more of a homely place, maybe put some tables and chairs in it as opposed to just boxes. Hope everyone likes the upgrade to my front of my house. I'm pretty happy with it. It's not brick, but with a little bit more elements. It's a bottle. I might actually make some bandages while I'm there. Before I go anywhere. Got some. So sure I did have some, but I always make it. yourself some more lashings. There we go, bandage, put that in our survival kit. Where was it? Yeah. Cool. A bandage. Which island should I get the stuff from? Maybe that one over there. Right, we'll follow up on that. Let's go get a drink. Hi, Tamir. How are we looking? Lovely. Yeah, the hobo stove is so good. I have to say, have you had a use at all for the smoker yet? I'm not sure if the smoker increases the amount, how much you can actually fix up something there. How much you can actually get extra bars of food when you eat it. I don't know what it does. Whether it makes it last a lot longer and you can keep it on the smoker forever. I don't know. Maybe that's the case with it. I know I started off saying that I was going to do something fishing wise today. Let's do a fishing rod, spear, fishing rod, 3 of those, and 3 of those. 3 sticks is easy enough, 3 lashings not so easy. So we'll do that maybe on our flight back. We're going to go flying today. Got my survival gear, got an extra tank of juice. We're going to fly over to where's the nearest island? So we'll look over here. Down there, I reckon. Already been to the other one. We're going to get some wood, mainly. I'm running out of wood, and I don't really want to strip my island of it. Go with this one here. I left my stove going too, how well. No, it's got to go over another fire. Pretty sure. So I don't think you can combine the two. It's a bit like the spit under my house. Can't combine the spit and the hobo stove. Got an angle on it for some reason there. Not sure what's going on there, how I changed that. Anyway, I'm shooting straight up when I land. Looks like a good little island. Let's go here. We'll land it about there, near that potato. Hopefully that's a real potato, that'll be nice. And that's one of those plants. Alright, chop our boxes. Probably not the knife. Chop our boxes. Would have been nice to have a decent stack of them, but you know, that happens. Let's go farming. I'm going to pick that up and throw it because it may come back as something different. Be a respawn thing. Yakka yakka. I'm gonna hit the tree. I need to do it. There we go. Name helicopter. You were naming things. I haven't got my label maker out. I just don't seem to see that as a priority at this stage, but I will be definitely naming that one Plummet Airways. So I'm pretty certain that's how I want that one to be named as. You'll be happy with the house. I finally got all my wood crates the right way around and hanging up the right way. But I haven't made my lean-to shed yet, so that's what I'm over here getting the wood for. I'm just going to put trunks in the trunks. Also, I wouldn't mind collecting the heads of these too, but I'll do that last. So I'm really just over here for mainly wood for now, as in proper trunk wood. And we'll go fishing. I reckon that'll be fun. We'll do some fishing. See if we can catch anything in the deep. Because I've got the bobbers. Right, I'm just going to put one in the box. That's my survival box, so I'm putting that on. 2, 3. Trunky somewhere. Yeah, fine, we'll go past it next. Let's get a real big tree like this one. Another lot. Another full crate. I just ran probably the wrong way around the island, but that's alright, let's just do a full circle. Can't forget you got to hold it down. And I'll also make sure that I put this away. Not sure how much you can stack of those. I think it's like 20 or something, isn't it? Maybe we'll just do that for now, just see how much we can put away before I fill it up with wood and not have the room to pick up my crates. So I need lots of, a bit dark, damn it. Don't have a light on my helicopter, flying in the dark. Daytime goes pretty quickly around these parts. My old 2x1 house is now a storage shed. Yeah, I was thinking of doing the same actually, but now I know I've got to make a storage shed. I'm going to make a specific one. I built a 3 stories high U-shaped building, gorgeous sunrise and sunset views from the out. It's always location, eh? Always nice to get the view, and honestly, it's a pretty spectacular one for a game as far as being non 4K. It's still quite a spectacular view out to the water, eh? It's good like that. Alright, there's my helicopter. Let's see if that fills it up. he is. $23. Must be like 30, maybe 35. What's the stack? He wonders. Go back to the lakes. That's where I can't. Potato plant would be nice right now. Alright, let's see where that goes. Ah, 24. 24 per slot. Full, so that's my last one. Okay, that also means I can't carry anymore. So, I'm going to need to drop those. It's a shame. And get the last two wood trunks. The last two trunks. Go on that one. I didn't notice any earth convulsion on the horizon. Killed 4 tiger sharks today. Feeling badass. And how did you kill the tiger sharks? I haven't killed any since I played. I just haven't figured it out yet. I haven't tried to figure it out. Alright, that's all the ones I can carry on my helicopter. So we'll bring that back over to my island. Which one's my island again? Is that on there? Should have enough juice to make it back. Spear gun. Alright. 10 shots per spear gun. God, that's a bit of a farce, isn't it? Oh, what's happening? Not sure what happened then. What are you doing? Up too high? Ah, there's a height issue. Okay. There we go. If you don't already have a gyrocopter, don't go too high. It's a pity you can't kill them with spears. It seems to just go straight through them for some reason. I don't know why. Let's go over here and do some lumber milling. That was my crude axe. Boats, abandoned boats underwater. You should be fine with that, you badass. If you get any sharks, you'll be able to kill them. I chose to drop those as opposed to using the right click function in the actual spinny thing, because for some reason with that it tends to just launch them across the map. Again, I would expect that would just be a simple bug that will most probably be fixed in the future. Well, we're all sort of hoping it does. Yeah, the last two I got, jerry cans were in the ship, in a cabin, like on the, what do they call them? Lockers or consoles. How many lanterns have you found so far? I've seemed to have dried up on the lanterns for some reason. Last of those. Load up on the old variable sticks. Enough to be able to still make plenty of these things. We need to make a bunch of tyres. That's all we're making. We're making a fishing rod. Should make that before anyway. That cools that. I dropped that behind the lumber mill. Trying to remember where I dropped that. Pick up those lashings, or sticks. Maybe make some foundations and make ourselves a little bit of a container. Get rid of some container walls. And where I was going to put it was here. Buildings, we're going to there and we'll make, we don't need the lashings, I thought we did. Well, that's alright, we need a hammer though, so we'll swap that with the hammer. Crude hammer, but don't want it. Away. Grab one of them, and here we go. Only got 3 watt. Yeah, same here, and that's why I've got the fishing line, see whether I can actually get the deeper sea cod without getting killed by the shark. Wood foundation. What I do is put it right over here. Get rid of this thing. Get rid of the old life raft. Stick it right over here. It's a long way from that where I want to get stuff though, isn't it? So I want to put it over here instead. Maybe where the helicopter is. Or, no, I don't want to put it over the sinkhole. Well, I probably do though, actually. Probably put it over the sinkhole, just put it here. I wonder. I want to make it wider than it is. Narrow. That's not going to make it. So where'd that go? Into the ground. Make another one. One of those. Maybe a car. Didn't have enough sticks. Have some sticks. Pick up sticks. There we go. See, speedy. No, don't trust that. Although there was one there, just like what I wanted. We'll cover over this sinkhole. You can build it lots quicker with a metal hammer, I can tell you that. Which is really good. Oh, don't touch it. It says you shouldn't be walking around with it, that's what it said to me. I did take it off the spear, didn't hurt me. Can I make another? I'll move these rocks first, I think. My hammer. Get in the way of that still. Don't do those. I can't do that because now my rocks are in the way. Move out the way, rocks. Get out the way, get out the way. Trying to get in the beach. I'm not really throwing that hard, so I'm not sure why it's going that far. Try that again. Pretty sure it can't eat the lionfish, but the lionfish is good for making the, what do you call it, shark repellent. Oh no, why isn't that going on? Something in the way. Should be. Eh? That's interesting. I can put it into the ground. I can't attach it there. Is it in the way? On stick? What's in the way? Not really. Bit of a bug, I think. Well, that's reasonably disturbing. Because these sticks are too close to it. Hey, it's a grab you. Grab. Okay. Yeah, that is useful. Is it one antidote or two antidotes to do it, though? I mean, is it one PP or is it two PP, just like the antidote? That's so weird. So obviously can't put a structure up when the raft part is nearby. Interesting. Alright. Let's drop those last two sticks. Let's go get some container walls. Yeah, I thought of that, but I thought it's a bit of a risque thing to do if you don't have enough of the pipe plant around. It's a bit of a loss if you just use it for that. Walls. Container walls. Actually, makes you wonder if you do container wall here, can you go and build it over there? Don't have to worry about carrying it. Yeah, okay. That's pretty cool. Just hopefully we'll be able to see this from quite a while away. Oh. Nice big orange building, hopefully. Do this back wall first. Do the sides. Might need some more containers yet. We'll see. Enough. Better need another. Now, either going to need some more container walls or another door. But what I had in mind, although now I've only made it, how many? Three? Is it three across? Yeah, I have. Good. What I had in mind is to have one door in the middle. And the container walls are on the outside, so I'll grab that door. Make that door on the front where I want it. Just right there. And the rest of it all container walls. And there's another door. I'll probably use a door for a wall, I suppose. Yeah, you do, yep. But it's only 1 for 1, isn't it, I think? 1 for 1, so that'll be good. Excuse me. Now, it all comes up short. Got a hole in my bloody container here. That's already made, so I don't have to construct those. See how that looks with the other two container walls. So I need 2 more door walls. That will be right. So we'll fire up the. Should we check the potatoes before we go anywhere? No potatoes. No PP plants. And plenty of water and no fruit. That's cool. All right. Always got to check those things before we go anywhere. We will now save it also. No more container wall over there. I actually brought one container wall over on that raft. That was a That was a bit of a farce. Wasn't much fun. What have we got on us? Some water. Is that full of water or not? Or a check? No, I don't think so. No. Okay. I really need to carry that with me. Is there any advantage to the clay building? The time investment is considerable. I don't think so. I think it's just by the look of it. Well, it might be. I don't know. I don't see degradation on my walls. You know, my house has been up for probably a little longer than yours. Let's have a look. No, there doesn't seem to be any kind of degradation or for it to come down or anything like that. So I'd say it's probably just a matter of aesthetics. I don't think it's really going to be anything else. Just looks. So possibly the raft. I don't know whether the sharks attacked your raft or not. It hasn't done anything to mine, so. I'm sure that one over there is a container-based one. I will say, I'm not going to burn up all my juice, I'm just going to sail there. Do it on the cheap. We'll try that rock one first, I think. So I'll go with that. Yeah, that's quite honestly means to me that I'm not going to make any more antidotes. I'm going to make shark repellent every time I need a cure. And then of course I'm going to get some more clay under the depths of the ocean. But I'm still keen on see what happens when we go right out in the middle of this ocean and chuck a fishing rod out and see whether we get anything. Wouldn't it be funny if you pull up something that you can use, like a barrel or a... Well, actually probably wouldn't be like a barrel because that'd float, but something else that you can. Such as a fuel can, maybe. Maybe that doesn't float. Or I don't know, a stick or something else that you can use. So telling me I've only got, oh there's a whale, don't mean we're knocked over by that. I've only got one more tick to go, and that's to pull up more than 2.8. I'm not sure how it does it. I think it's over an average of streams, I guess. More than 2.8 viewers at a time. I've now pretty much passed everything else. So I can qualify as an affiliate. As of last night, being at 50 followers, even though that last number 50 wasn't an absolute kosher one. Everything else is good. I've got like, yeah, hours, like 200 hours of streaming when I only need like 8 or something, a lot lower. And yeah, all I need now is just to make sure I got 3 to 4 people watching at one time, all the time, in order to bring the average up from 2.8 to 3. I think 3 is is the only figure I need to concentrate on, which is good. Yeah, Oh, that's right, yeah, the lionfish. So, do you know whether if you leave the lionfish for a long time, even if it goes off, the poison's still okay to make the shark retardant, or does it go off? I wonder whether, because I've got one that's on the ground over there, a lionfish, ready to make an a shark repellent, but I haven't used it yet because I haven't had the need to make any non-poison, what's the word, antidote yet. So I was going to do that with it. Actually, I'm going to pull this right up into the coast because I got some walls to bring in. Alright, cool. Drop that there. Let's go get that container. Oh, we've got a shark nearby. Oh, it looks like I've got some container walls ready to go and I haven't taken them. Look at that. What do I need? 3, I think, isn't it? Or just 2? I think I just need 2. 3 if I can get that wall to seal up properly. Where's my boat? Over there. I guess what you could do if you're a bit of a veteran in the game is just do all doors. That way you can get into it any way you want to. Even though you probably won't use all doors. Come on, let me on. That's it. Alright, now if I'm not mistaken I need to put it in the middle of the unit where the most buoyancy is. Like that. Should I attempt to go with 3? Get off there. Or just stick with the 2. We'll just stick with the 2, I think. Didn't see that. Bring the anchor up first. No, that's not centralised. That's why I'm steering in one direction and not the other. We'll try that. That's better. I'm in the water, but I don't think that matters too much. I think we'll be right. Yeah, make the repellent right away. I'm guessing the repellent just lasts forever because it's just like a concoction as opposed to the fish going off or possibly the pea plant going foul as well. A lot of things seem to last a lot longer once they're created. And my concern is if you've got a smoker, I'd like to know how long, whether the meat lasts a long time when it's smoked, being that it may be making it into like a jerky maybe, so you can keep food on you for a long period. Because at this stage there's no either keep or refrigeration in the game to keep meat for long. So you only make or eat what you have all the time because it will just go off. Yeah, you wouldn't want to carry both, I wouldn't think. Make myself a flat ceiling or a flat floor for the top of it as well. Might be a handy thing to do. There we go, a nice orange building in the middle of nowhere. I can see that from here now. Oh, it does it? Ah, cool. Alright. Well, that's the reason why I should be making a smoker then. Excellent. So we can sort of make a day of fishing, have a bit of fun with that, and just store all the meat after it's cooked. Just go straight back to it to eat and keep exploring instead of on the verge of hunger and the verge of thirst all the time. Because obviously you can keep the bottles of water as well. But I'm not sure what's happening with that other bottle though. It's really strange. Whether that just bugged out. I might just give that one more good old fashioned go. But one of the bottles that I had, I know I filled it up, and when I got out to a couple of islands in, I had nothing in it. That was the clay bottle. Yeah, one after the other. Whoa, I think I hit something. That's not always fun. Alright, we'll do a big U-turn. I'm glad there's no problem with the motor of being submerged. The clay bottle. It takes more water, of course, obviously, as you know, or stores more water. But what I did is I got to where I wanted to go with it, went to use it, and it was empty. Which I found to be really, really weird. Like it leaked out inside of my inventory or something. Come on, drag over here, you bastard. Come on. Ah, oh, for goodness sake, I didn't want to go under it. Right. Right, a bit of a balance issue here, that's why I can't go in the dock. That's a shark. Stop being a pig. And sink in the back of the boat. Maybe it's because I put a bit of weight on, I don't know. Turn the corner. I found the rock that I hit. Alright, here we go. So, building, wall, container wall. Oh, you know why? Because you don't have the hammer anymore, you dropped it. I think it was in the box, yeah. But I put the normal water jacket one in there too, and that keeps the water. So with a clay bottle you can't obviously can't put it in a box, maybe. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Well, it does seal the door better. No wonder. Not sure what's going on there. It's a bit of goop happening there. Not sure if you can see that. Yeah, you can. A bit of a curtain that shouldn't be there, I think. A bit weird. Anyway, we'll go save it. Maybe reload it. Quick. Just reload it real quick. Yes, needs testing. Might have to do it again, just see what happens. Put it in my box, take it back out, see if I can drink it. It might have been that I had it in there for too long. Maybe it evaporates in the hot days. But as my backup, the skin was still full. So unless I'm just going crazy and I'm actually not filling it up like I think I am, I'm just drinking it or something. I don't know. Door still sticks out, doesn't it? I suppose this side is actually sealed. Welcome to your new container. We're going to be the roof. Now we're going to seal it off. Can we do a floor up there? Let's go see what our options are. Oh, you can. Okay. So I can actually make this probably double story or something. What do you call it up there? Staircase. That's cool. Might be able to redesign my house to being a really nice big house now instead of a little 4x2. I might make it a 3x2. Put my house above it. Put a staircase in there. I don't want that. What do I want? I want a roof. Roof. Floor. I'm not sure what to say to you there. It's a bit of a funny one, really. Where would I put a staircase if we're going to put one in here? Probably best to work out what I do there first before I do too much more. I need some more wood. Yeah. Some more wood. I could use it all. I'm thinking what I might do also with it is actually make it where I've got a brick front and maybe a container around the edges of it, except for a brick window. Either side. This overlooks a really nice area with the sunshine and everything, and the moonlight right there. So I'm pretty happy with that, and the rock right next to it. Shipwreck there. Maybe just turn that house back into a helipad like I'm talking about instead. I will, however, I think, see how I go changing this door to a normal container wall, because if that's going to seal it better, because that's come up a bit short. I'm not real happy with that. I guess because it sits in front, as opposed to the wall on the other side, it sits behind this wall maybe, I don't know. No, it looks like it sits in the same place to me, but anyway. Get rid of that wall. I'm sorry, get rid of the wall. It's going to take that away. There we go, it's starting to come up now. I would have thought with the fact that... Oh, g'day Prince, how are you today? You would have thought that because you can knock this thing out and move it, I think you can move this one, depends what happens this time around, that you would be able to get some sort of wear and tear in the building, but I don't think it might be the case. Look at that. So these you can move around like Meccano, that's cool. So if you decide that wall still isn't quite right, you can at least use that again on there. That's cool. Alright. How is my life going? Oh god. It's not looking good at all. Alright. Better go drink some. What? Why would there be no things under there? I'm sure I've loaded that before I left. I can, however, get some more. Just drink what I've got on me, maybe. Yeah, with a bit of water. How's my Gardinian going? Good. Good. I've got a potato. Two potatoes. 3 potatoes. 4 potatoes. Nice. Lots of fuel. Needs a bit of water there. We've got a fruit. 1, 2. 2 pieces of fruit. Whoops. Nom nom nom. Nom nom nom. So that bring me up. Good. Look at that. That's my papaya. No, nothing happening there yet. And my new one, obviously nothing in that. Wicked hardcore. Let's go put some juice together over here. 4. Nice. 2, 3, 4. A full house. And the problem is I bet I've got nothing to light it with. Oh, Alright, yeah, it's a bit late. Is it a Sunday there or a Friday? I'm not sure where you are in the world. Oh, excuse me. Still got a full can, which is cool. I need some more wood though. Real quick, let's go out in the woods. Get some hopefully lying around. Because we don't have anything to run steel. These trees can come down. That'll fill it up. Right. Looking good. Where's that fishing rod? Let's see how we work with this fishing rod here. Put it over here, didn't I? So get the bobber. Do we need to put something on the fishing hook? Grab a bobber. I've got to make that just in here. Okay, now we've got a bobber. Now what? Do we just chuck that in the excuse me. Do we just chuck that in the water? Like that? Or do we need meat on the end of it or something? Let's have a look what's happening inside. Oh, it looks like it's getting a bit rough. Is it me or is it getting rough? No, it must be just me. It's getting night time. What does it say that we need to do fishing? Can we put it on the end of our fishing rod? Because I've got some off meat everywhere, but fish might be a bit more reluctant to use that. Oh, no, don't drop that. Okay. Should I use that? Okay, so, oh yeah, right click. Exactly the same as Green Hill. I like snapping the line the first time you use it. I got stuck on something. Do I need to use bait on it though? That's the question. I don't have anything to bait it with. Let's go get a real fish real quick. Grab a fish. With that. Actually, I'll probably need to put something down so I've got some room to keep fishing. I need that, alright. No clue yet. Oh, here we go. We're in new territory now. Let's see how we go. I reckon maybe we use fish on the end of it. You look like a good suspect. Come here. Okay. Let's go back out. Let's see what that does. Right. The one's eat it. The other one is use it. I think I'll probably have to fillet it. So let's fillet it. Is it? Press the right button. Ugh, gross, mate. Oh, I've got two of them there. Another sardine. Didn't know I had that. Must have dropped that out of my pocket. Alright. Now, can we put that on the fishing line? Do we have to put the fishing line on the ground first? And then put it on there? No, just pick it up. Don't know. Let's just try it without it for a while. We'll go get this container wall. And some more, oh, we need some more wood too, so we'll pick up all our containers. What have we got in the tow? Do we actually need that still, or is that actually has to come with it? It does. Okay. You need that. It's a pity it takes up an extra thing. It should stay on the actual line. But anyway, picking that up doesn't put it on the line, does it? No? Okay. We'll put that in one of our crates then. You. And you. And I don't need to hammer, I don't think. Drop the hammer. So we'll take our 2 survival ones and 2 empties. Right. We'll bring that over there on boat. Go that way. And is it possible I can go empty-handed? No? Well, I'll just go with that so I can see a bit better over my right shoulder. A bit further out. Go towards that island there. We'll chuck us a line in a minute. Go out to the ocean in the middle of the two, and we'll try it out, eh? We'll go to that island because that's got the walls on it. Grab a couple more walls, or at least one more wall. What we're going to trouble with here, I think, is just to make sure I don't get caught out in the bad weather when I go fishing. Well, that's probably far enough. We'll drop the anchor and we'll grab our fishing rod. Actually, no, we'll drop these first. So we need the space for a fish when we catch a really big marlin. Go back to our fishing rod. Now we need to pick up our bobber. Okay, so it's on those. Always know where the crate you've got. Go back up. And that one too, because we don't really need to have too much room for this. Alright, you ready? Go! Oh, I got a fish straight away? Holy hell, mate, that was quick. Recast that. Okay. So I'm right clicking to go backwards and I'm left clicking to throw it. Don't seem to need any bait that time around. Of course I used it. Oh, I might have used it. But I put that in the box. Can't remember. I'll have a look in a minute. Oh, that's good. You can look around with it without pulling it in. Realistic, if you know what I mean. So you used that, mate. Just have a look if I've used the mate or not. No, I didn't. I'll try again off the front of the boat. Oh, got something ready. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Ah. Want that bobber back, thank you. Guessing that's probably going to be hard to achieve if there's a shark out there. We can't mount on a fish for trawl for tuna. Just keep driving around. Do a bit of fish, a bit of beach fishing soon. See how we go with that. Seems to work the further I throw it. That fish got away. Line snapped. Okay. Let's go get the bobber. No. Guess what? Let's look around with the anchor up. Coming down. There it is. Important bobber, get it back. Let's hoist the main sail and head for that island. Oh, that was fun. Didn't catch anything. Not that good of a fisherman. I don't know whether you can reinforce the fishing line somehow, but that snapped off twice now, so. Fishing is not as easy as it looks. Out in the depths of the sea, maybe it is as easy as it looks off the shore. There's a container on this one. It's pretty wild. Or just the other over it. I don't see a container on that island. Go to this one. Let's try and board that whale, shall we? I'll probably flip my raft upside down. I don't see a container on that one either. Which one did I go to that had a container on it? Oh, those two. There's my home island. Where's that one over here? I suppose I'm probably just going to put off this one at least anyway. This might have a potato or two on it. This is one I just went to before with the helicopter. That's always a possibility. Yeah, so it's like the one I was on just a minute ago. But that's right, it's going to have wood, that's what we need. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, what have we got left? Two more. Two more trucks. It does make you wonder how much of this you can actually carry on the raft. Actually, I wonder if it's stuck in there, how heavy they are. Should try that. Oh, they're pretty heavy. There's two in that top one. That one. heavy, these things. I'm going to carry a couple of those along with what I've got. For the water. And I will be back in just one moment. Right here, it looks like the fronds aren't heavy, but the heads are, so if we get more of these heads, put them on there and then just hammer them, it should be right. Oh, what are you doing? Come here. I did have you in my hands, there we go. Looks like they stay on the deck, so we pretty much cover this thing in these things. Look at that. Nice. Alright, let's go back with all our fronds and neighbours. I imagine these things are quite flotationable, so if we go into the water I think we might lose most of these. We'll see. Buoyant, I think the word is, like flotationable. Let's use some English here. Go home with all our loot. Just the sharkies around. It'd be nice if you could actually put in a really heavy fishing line to catch the shark. That'd be fun. Especially if it doesn't, it's not easy to do, like it's hard to do as well. Combination of buttons or whatever else. Spice up the game a little. Yeah, wrong side of the island, so I'm going to fly around the front of it. Or attempt to at least, anyway. Still there, are you, Mr. Shark? He didn't give up, does he? Saying you were killing a couple of sharks before, to me, were you able to harvest them at all, or they just sink to the bottom and just die? Alright, here we go. I'm going to go around here and we will get all of our loot over. Didn't get the container wall I wanted, but that's life. Oh, there it is over there. I knew it was nearby. It's not where I thought it was. Yeah, let's go drop these containers off. Like that. Go get all these prawns. Make some water. Can't make any more. Okay. Go plant these on these. Got the rest of them. Sever the game. Bananas. Gotta leave it at that for now. I'm gonna go get some lunch. I'll be out for a bit of a half an hour to an hour's break. Not too long. Okay, guys, we'll be back in just a little while.